Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today I wanted to talk about some techniques that I use to color braid. Coloring your braid is really super important for a lot of different situations. You know, I use for flipping and pitching Seaguar Smackdown in the stealth gray color, and you know, right out of the package it looks really good for a lot of different situations. It really blends in well because it's that kind of dark gray shade, but over time it'll kind of get a little bit lighter. So you get a little bit of that kind of whitened look to it, that paler look, and this happens with all braids. They're all going to lose their color, and in certain situations you want a darker braid. You want something that really is almost black, if not jet black, so it kind of blends in with the shaded environment that the fish are in, you know, when you're punching or flipping around cover. That shade, you don't want something sticking out like a sore thumb because you have some worn out braid. You don't need to throw out your braid. Braided line can last for a very long time. All you have to do is learn how to color it, and this is something that I've perfected over the years. I've got a couple different techniques that work. Some are better for being on the fly, some are better for preparing the night before I go fishing, and both work very, very well. So let's dive into it, but first I want to announce that I'm going to be working with Fish the Moment. If you haven't been to Fish the Moment, the YouTube channel, go check them out. It is a great resource for fishing information of all kinds, and they also have a great online resource too with their fishthemoment.com. And one thing that we're going to be doing now that I've joined the team is we've got the new virtual lessons that we're going to be doing. So you can book myself or one of the other great anglers or teachers in the Fish the Moment team. My buddy Matt Stephan Fishing is going to be there, Randy Blockett, Jimmy Easterling. We are all going to have these virtual lessons, and you can book us, and so go check out fishthemoment.com. This is the brainchild of Johnny Schultz. He is just awesome. He comes up with a lot of great content and great teaching opportunities for anglers looking to learn more about fishing. So go check out fishthemoment.com. The other thing I need to mention is the elephant in the room. My voice is a little bit nasally today. I've been nursing a cold, so sorry about that. And we've also got some background noise because a little bit of bulldozer work behind me, so you know, the audio is not going to be terribly great for this video, but hopefully the content will make up for it. All right, so let's dive right in. We're going to change the camera angle here so you can see what we're doing here. All right, so when it comes to coloring my braid, there's two real basic techniques that I use. One is a marker, like a Sharpie. More preferably, there's a product called Permaline from Fitzgerald Fishing. That is probably the best choice because it's not ink like you get with a Sharpie, but it's actually paint. Unfortunately for this video, I could not find my Permaline marker. I think the last one that I had, I used out and threw it away, but obviously I'm putting the footage of the Fitzgerald Fishing website and of that product on here right now. But a Sharpie and the Permaline marker, very similar. One is paint that is more permanent, that's why it's called Permaline, and one's the Sharpie. You just have to apply it more often. So with a Sharpie, really, you know, it's pretty straightforward. Just take some of the line, and the best way to do this is to kind of have it taut in some way. Like most of the time I'll maybe put my my foot on the line. You can either color it with the side of the marker like this, or a lot of times what I'll do is I'll take a knife and right at the tip I will put a little tiny notch right on the tip of the marker. Obviously the bigger the Sharpie, the easier this process is going to be. So like the really wide Sharpies tend to work a lot better, and they just have a lot more capacity anyways. But essentially, you know, you're just coloring it that way. It's a very effective way of coloring your line. You could see the difference in that. You just need to make sure you get all sides. As you can see there, we've got some sides that still have a little bit of the gray, so you just need to make sure that you color that side too. okay? But again, the biggest tip I can give you as far as coloring is putting that notch in the tip. Now, this isn't very big of an issue with the Permaline. Again, the Permaline product is superior to the Sharpie just because it is designed specifically for this. It makes it a lot easier. The paint flows from the tip way better than a Sharpie does, so it really, you don't have to make multiple passes like you do with the Sharpie. You just need to make 1 or 2 passes, and you're good to go. All right, so let's talk about the other option. So this is one that I've never seen anybody else do. I'm sure that there's some people out there that do it, but this one right here I think is probably one of the best options out there for, especially the night before preparing for a tournament, is get some of this black dip and glow, this dip and dye here. And to me, this is the best way to color a lot of braid in one simple step. So essentially all we're going to do here is we're going to slowly just stuff this braid into this right here, and I just do this for probably like 5-6 feet of braid. And the beautiful part about this is that, I mean, it just, instead of you having to run a pen up and down it, it just permeates this line really, really well, and to me is the best option for long lengths of braid and getting it really, really saturated with that dark color. So just put it in there. You can wait a second. Sometimes you obviously need to be very careful. You don't want to spill this on your boat. That's why I've got this cardboard here. But when you take it out, man, it is a perfectly, even application of this black coloration. You can see here, if I can get it in, let's see if I can get it in focus here. You can see that transition, perfect transition from black to the faded color, and so this is my preferred method for when I'm not under pressure. During the tournament day or during the fishing day, I'm probably going to be using the Permaline or the Sharpie for coloring my little sections of the braid, but the night before I'm probably going to be dipping it into the dip and dye to color it that way. But anyways, those are the 2 different ways that I color my braid on the fly. These are the best ways that I've found. Most people know about using the marker for coloring their braid, but not a lot of people know about using this black dip and dye that I think is a really super good way to color a lot of braid at one time. So hopefully this video helps you figure out some great ways to color your braid line to help you catch more fish. If you're looking for either the Permaline or the dip and glow here, check out 44tackle.com. I know they have both of them, and if you click on the link below, you can get 10% off of your order. And so yeah, check those out, 44tackle.com. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. I'm going to see you out on the water.